I love board games.
I like them too.
I do. I just don't
Do you not play them, though?
get to play them.
You don't.
That's kind of the issue. Yeah.
But that's what we're here to talk about.
That is what we're here to talk about.
Is because this is going to be a list about games we desperately need to play.
This is the list
Or want
of,
to. Need or want.
This is the collection of games that have just arrived or be shifted to the side of the shelf or for some reason we haven't got them to the table despite the fact that everything mandates we should have by now.
So,
everything.
Guys, thanks for joining us. I'm Devon from Devon Talks Tabletop.
I'm Jesse from Quackalope, and that light was too bright.
It was too bright?
It was just right there.
It was right there?
Oh, man.
I think that's okay.
It was just like a slap in the face. The cool thing about this is your list is going to be composed of games that, because you're not buying any new games for an entire year,
that I own,
you actually might get a chance to play these games.
I know. Well, some of them I might need to play up here because I don't have all the copies.
Wait, you mean you don't have these games that you desperately want to play?
Nope.
And if we were to not let you play them, you would have no way of acquiring them for the next 12 months and just perpetually need to desperately want to play them?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, that's
so I'm going to start off strong with a game that I don't own. This is It's a Wonderful Kingdom from Lucky Duck. On one of my recent live streams that I did, I played It's a Wonderful World with Allison from Kidsplaining, and I really enjoyed it. But this promises to do that in a 2-player format. And so I am really compelled by games that change the structure of an existing and appreciated, loved, well-received game and model it in a 2-person game. Like for Seven Wonders, I don't love Seven Wonders, but I really like Seven Wonders Duel because it creates this immediate tension at 2 players.
So It's a Wonderful World is drafting and tableau building, kind of engine building.
Yep.
It's all about resource production, and I actually...
Very pure.
I prefer it at 2 players.
You do?
I do, despite the fact that I understand the drafting's less interesting. So if
you draft more cards, though.
So if they've made this one a 2-player game...
It's just 2-player.
Then it's probably going to be lined up right for me. I'm very excited about it.
No, I'm pumped to jump into this. This is your copy, obviously, since we're here at your studio in Cleveland.
I will never play it with you.
And it's fine. You know those mornings when me and Sheer wake up and start our day and you're sleeping?
Yep.
I'll just play this when you don't know.
Oh.
That's my solution.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah, so that's what I'm starting off. Starting off with a nice 2-player engine building card game.
I'm going to start with a game that I should have played this.
Ooh.
I have read the rulebook. I have had a friend read the rulebook. I've had another friend read the rulebook. None of us ended up getting it to the table. I played probably 80 to 90 hours of the video game when it first came out.
It's a decent amount.
I wish I could go back to play the video game more. This is going to be... Hey, Quackalope, just jumping in real quick at the front of this. Devon doesn't know I'm doing this, but since this is the first video I'm doing on his channel, I just have to put this out there. I need this channel to hit 10,000 subscribers. For a very good reason. Devon is an amazing father, an amazing husband. He has 3 children. And when Devon Talks Tabletop crosses 10,000 subscribers, I'm buying him a hamster. And he knows this. But I don't think he realizes just how real this is. I mean, I'm buying it and going on a 16-hour road trip down to visit him, vlogging and streaming the hamster all along the way. We're going to get publishers to sponsor tubes that go around the upside part of his house so the hamster can just run around an entire room. Trust me, I'm committed. So if you're watching, enjoy the video and make sure you're subscribed to Devon Talks Tabletop.
Stardew Valley.
Isn't
there more content coming out for this game?
There is, I believe, more content coming because this has been an insanely successul project.
I think
it's a really
surprised a lot of people.
It's a really cool cooperative experience. It surprised a lot of people because you're thinking
that you haven't played.
I've done all the research.
You've done all the research.
It's a really cool approach to taking a digital IP and bridging it over into a tabletop environment, and they I think from what I've read in the rulebook, they've done a really, really good job, and it was direct to retail, it was just available then.
Nice.
I think it's like Monika Naveen's, Before You Play's best performing video of all,
wow.
There's a community that is hungry for Stardew Valley content, so it is a chagrin.
It's one of the most, fanatic, passionate fan base for this game.
It's embarrassing that I have not only not played it because I desperately want to play it, but not played it because the channel should have content on it.
Do you feel like Stardew Valley is like the Agricola of video games? Just pure farming bliss for the people who love it.
It's more than that, though. The thing that Stardew Valley did is it took the audience that loved Harvest Moon, and then it applied it into a nuanced setting with relationships that build in a more diverse way, with more storylines, with more resources to collect, with a lot of
because you can have relationships with the characters in here, can't you?
Yeah, it's Stardew Valley, the video game, said yes to the concept of Harvest Moon, and then did it 20 times over. And the person who created it like by hand as a passion project. It was like a love letter to that genre of gaming, and every ounce of it is there.
Cool.
And the board game seems really, really cool, and I am so disappointed in myself.
Should play it, man.
That I have not played it. It is really embarrassing, honestly.
Townsfolk Tussle, which I know you've played. I own this game, and I've
Wait.
Yeah?
When did you get this game? Like, last time you were here, or the time before, you were talking about how you really wanted this.
Yeah.
But it's not available anywhere. Did you buy it off eBay?
No. So, anyways, Townsfolk Tussle.
How did you get Townsfolk Tussle?
Just don't look in your basement.
You have my copy of Townsfolk. You have one of my other copies of Townsfolk Tussle?
Maybe. Me and Sheer are friends. So, this is Townsfolk Tussle. It is a wonderful game that is a boss battler. I know that's not on. I was just doing it. It's such a high box. Okay, fine.
It's not even in front of you.
You're right. Townsfolk, but I was slouching, so it was making me seem shorter. So I just need to go up now. All right. So Townsfolk Tussle is a boss battler. You go into 3 phases, and each of the phases activates whatever boss is there, because you'll have these enemies that you go up against, but they all have tiered strength attributes for whatever. Whenever you face them, they'll be at a certain power level. And so you go at them at the weakest level. Then you go at a different one at an intermediate level. And then you go after the last one in the final boss battle, and they're their strongest
fully
version.
Unique, asymmetric powers.
Yeah. And so it's got this really cool thing, and it switches between the townsfolk phase and then also the battle phase, in which you're facing off against these adversaries. And so you can progressively get loot, buy items, increase your strength, and increase the asymmetry and combat efficiency of whatever style you want to do, and then you push to the next set. And so I'm really interested in diving into it. It's got one of the most beautiful production values I've seen out of any games recently. The miniatures are absolutely gorgeous. I love the art style, which is in the vein of similar stuff like Cuphead, that kind of, I can't even remember the name of that.
Golden Era.
1920s.
Golden Era radio. Like that type of stuff.
Looks really, really sharp, though. Excited to jump into it. And I know how to play. I just haven't tabled it yet.
It's a fantastic
Townsfolk Tussle.
It's a fantastic game. Another game that I'm honestly embarrassed to admit I have not tabled, because I am signed up for the Team Covenant package order.
Oh, you just mean this expansion.
Sinister Motives, the expansion.
I know you've played Marvel Champions.
I love Spider-Man. Very excited about the Loki change that comes into here. I have spent the time to sleeve everything inside of it.
You've sleeved all of it.
It's organized, it's ready to go, and I have not tabled it.
Miles Morales.
I love these campaigns. I love the characters. I'm loving Marvel Champions. It's one of my favorite solo and 2-player games of all time. Probably bridging into my top 20, if not my top 10 this next year.
Oh, wow.
It's great. And I am beside myself that...
For not having opened it yet?
I haven't played it. It's very, very upsetting. It's just the nature of content creation, I suppose. But, I need to make time for the little things that I love.
You should make time for that.
Such a good system. I really want to do Spider-Man vs. Spider-Man vs. Spider-Man vs. Spider-Man.
That sounds hilarious. Yeah. Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game. So this is from Steamforged Game. Yep. It is a adaptation of the video game Horizon Zero Dawn, of which the sequel,
there too.
Horizon Forbidden West, I'm currently still playing it on PS4 right now. I'm in the middle of the sequel. Oh, it's great. I love this world. I think Aloy, who's not featured on there.
McEnany.
That is a...
Aloy McEnany.
You just made that up. I'm pretty sure that's a Ravager in terms of the machine that's on there. But yes, I'm very compelled to jump into this. I played it once with you and Alex, and I think we all...
learning game.
It was a learning game. I think we all liked it. We had certain critiques or reservations, but I want to see, because it's got different ways to play. It's got cooperative, it's got competitive. I want to see, once you get into it, numerous gameplays in, where does it fit within the types of games that are similar to this, and how well does it reimagine that world of Horizon Zero Dawn from the video game to a board game? Because there is a lot of stealth and a lot of strategy in how you play in the video game, and I want to see how that's manifested in this.
Yeah, for sure.
Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game.
Very exciting. Swinging down to another one of mine. Whoop.
Really?
Alice is Missing.
Really?
A silent, text-based RPG game that I have heard nothing but amazing things for the 2 years that I have owned it.
Man.
I just need the right group of friends.
I can't even remember the last time. I am the right kind of friend.
I just need friends to play this with. If only I had people around me that cared.
Do you want to table this in
I
June?
do.
Would you want to?
Honestly, I'm saving it for some friends. No.
What other friend do you have that doesn't completely make fun of you for RPGs?
I am slowly stepping in farther and farther to the RPG world.
Yeah.
I started in RPGs, and I'm getting back to them bit by bit.
What is the bit by bit that you're getting back into right now?
I'm thinking a lot about that. No. But I'm like getting my life structured in a way that should allow me to start maybe hosting a actual campaign or doing some content around it or something. Like,
I'd love that.
It could be a thing where it's like you come up and we do
a DM session,
2 DM sessions. You know,
that'd be awesome.
I'm just saying, like, I want to get back to that, but it's a lot of
work. Because aren't you
work.
getting something very nice for here that we could sit around?
I will be getting a board game table for that. Yeah. For those of you, I mean, it looks very impressive, but like this is just a very nice hardwood.
It is a nice hardwood folding. I mean, the veneer on it is nice.
It's very chunky.
It is. I mean, I worry when you do that.
But yeah, that's
all right. Alice is Missing.
I desperately need to play that. And these are some people are watching this and they're probably like, "That's not what I expected." Like why haven't I played that game?
This is, out of the 5 I have, this is the second and last one. It's okay. It's the second and last one that I don't own. But you talk about this game so complimentary. Shira really enjoys it. Alex likes it a lot. Max, it's one of his favorites.
Yeah.
Everybody I talk to thinks that how this plays is one of the most ratcheted, tension-filled, but exciting and rewarding experiences, just like of a lot of like the bigger Kickstarter experiences. Yeah, I noticed that when I was taking it off. Yeah. You know, it's so broken. Do you just want to give it to me?
Maybe I found my boxes damaged a little bit, which is sad. It's something that happens to board games.
Yeah.
It's why I want to learn how to make boxes in wood and then laser etch the covers onto them and not have to worry about that.
Speaking of laser etched amazing boxes, One Sharp Joe, who has done the custom boxes for your Marvel Champion boxes, he did a custom box for my Space Hulk Death Angel collection, nice. And he's got a bunch of other ones on his Etsy shop. He does amazing work.
I need to advertise them sometime soon.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing that right now.
Oh.
But you mean you should.
I mean on like a real channel.
Woo! Shots fired.
Amazing dungeon crawl with escalating chaos and stress induced with powers and abilities.
I cannot wait to try this.
It's just a lot of fun.
And I think that you guys like it enough that it wouldn't be a hard ask for me to, when I come up, to be like, hey, let's play.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be at all. Sure would just want to review the rules a little bit.
Fair.
This is Gloomhaven.
A fan-made expansion that is seems as big as the Gloomhaven box.
Here's
not as deep.
Here's the funny. This is a indie fan-made expansion with official artwork from the original artist called the Crimson Scales, and I am more likely to play through the entirety of this than ever the entirety of the original Gloomhaven.
Why?
Because I love people who are ambitious and creative, and there's this sweet spot in me that's like, Gloomhaven's the biggest game of all time. It doesn't need me to love it.
But Crimson Scales could use your love.
Well, Crimson Scales is the love letter of someone writing a love letter to the biggest game of all time, and I want to read that story.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Like, I just...
This box is insane.
I'm the type of person that I really love the heart that was put into this.
It's just another night in the Sleeping Lion when a stranger makes a proposal. Demonstrate your worth and gain a great but mysterious reward. Before you know it, you have joined a shady and secretive group, even by Gloomhaven standards, and fighting new monsters and old foes to gain influence and, more importantly, gold. Your group of mercenaries will need to overcome great challenges, whether taking on the Blood Ooze, dealing with the chilly heights of the Copperneck Mountains, or avoiding the displeasure of the Keeper of the Great Oak. Are you on the side of good or evil? It's hard to say, but that bar tab won't pay itself.
I love it. This is going to introduce one scenario book and roll guide, 66 new scenarios, 11 playable characters with their own decks and standees, 6 brand new monster variants, unique monster types, each with their own personal decks, 1,000 plus cards including content that is revealed as you play, 120 item cards, 120 event cards, 20 personal quest cards, 80 plus tokens and overlay titles. Like,
a lot of stuff.
It's just... It looks amazing. I got an Amazon package.
You got an Amazon package. Is it the Amazon package that came already?
Boy, it might be.
This is my last one, which I own this one, so I don't have to worry about it.
That's the only one I think you own.
I owned 3 of the 5.
So it's the only one you're actually going
I own
to
3
be
of the
able,
5.
You liar.
I own 3 of
Check
the 5.
the record. He's buying them as we speak.
This is Geo Legends of a Drift System. This is from Far Off Games. This is a game by Cody Miller. These are the same people. I hate you.
This weekend I'm playing this.
In just a vicarious way, not
really.
really.
You can come play with us.
I can. I have to go home. I have a family. This
Where
is a sandbox space sci-fi game from the same people who most recently did the massive campaign for Iridia. I really want to jump into this. I've read through half the rulebook. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty small font type and stuff like that, but everything makes sense in terms of how all the actions and how the gameplay functions. So pretty straightforward, but I know that the gameplay is not going to be straightforward because everybody gets to kind of decide their own experience on the board and how they want to pursue fame within the drift system.
These type of games hold the promise for being my favorites of all time.
Yeah.
Now, they sometimes have the consequence of, like, Western Legends I love whenever it's not anyone else's turn. Like, I love taking my own actions, and I'm hoping here there's a combination of complexity and openness that just gives me that to bite into.
Yep.
So
this is definitely one I want to table sooner rather than later. Oh. Did you just do this to flex on me?
Perseverance, Castaway Chronicles from Mind Clash Games.
I'm so jealous. There's dinosaur miniatures in there, man.
Mind Clash is one of my favorite publishers. They make games that are hard to table. They're ambitious, they're giant, they're overproduced, they're messy, but they also make some of the best, most fantastic, crunchy Euro experiences I've ever came across. Oh. I cannot tell
Tramplers. Raptors, shield heads.
I thoroughly adore. Don't open it.
I'm not going to. This
thoroughly
game
adore Mind Clash.
This game feels like. Have you ever heard of Ark Survival Revolved, the PC game? This is kind of what I envision this is.
Yeah.
But a massive board game experience from a publisher that just makes hit after hit.
Oh, every game they put out.
Tricarion, Cerebria.
They're hard.
Perseverance, Castaway Chronicles,
but
Voidfall coming up.
And the thing I'm so passionate about when it comes to this is I bought Cerebria originally.
Yeah.
Hated it when I first played it.
Yeah.
And then went back as a more experienced gamer and found out why I didn't like it and why I now love it.
Yeah.
Why it's a permanent collection piece. Which has made Mind Clash like this origin story for me.
Yeah.
Of like,
they're connected to like your experience as a gamer.
Yeah. So I'm just...
I would put that on mine if I
Shira's already done research. She's excited to play it as well. I'm going to rely on her to read and teach me the rulebook.
Yeah.
That's my number
I can take it home with me and learn how to play.
This will be...
I can take it home with me and learn how to play.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can take it home with me and learn how to play.
I'm willing to give it to you for $5.
Will you trade for it?
No.
I'm allowed to do trades.
No. I like your money. No, just like Alex said. I like your money more than I like your dirty games.
I can't.
If you don't know the context for this, Alex got him in a corner where he offered him a $350 value copy of Dogs of War on the video where Devon is committing to not buy games for an entire year. Set him up in a context where he owes the audience a 16-hour live stream if he buys a single game for every game he gets weak on. And so now it's just fun to be like, oh man, I could just get rid of this for just a couple bucks, just a couple bucks and 16 hours of your life. And your
So here's the thing though, is like the 16 hours is set up to be like if I just make a mistake or I'm not thinking and I buy something, but it shouldn't be something that I use as like it's a punishment I'll take to accept a good deal. I can't, in good conscience, I can't do that.
Morally, you'd be chagrined for that.
Yes, I can't in good conscience do that.
But realistically, I would be desperately
Are you going to sell that to me for $5?
I mean, if
I agree right now and just suffer through a 16-hour live stream, are you going to give that to me for $5? That's the thing. Alex wouldn't do it either.
Yes, he would.
No, he wouldn't.
Both of us would have. You doubt?
I kind of doubt.
You're 100% wrong.
You would just do that?
I mean,
you were going to do a 16-hour live stream next month when I'm up here?
I'm not going to do it with you.
You're not?
No, that's valuable time. I would do it.
That's valuable time.
No, if you did it, if you happen to have done it in a different context, you have to go home and do it on your own. And I expect good quality content.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm not going to. I'm sorry.
But yes,
enjoy Perseverance.
I would trade you Perseverance, and I'd go find my another.
You'll
copy.
Trade me for it?
No, for money and your 16-hour life.
No, can't do it. Sorry.
I'm open to that conversation.
I'll play when I come up here.
The only painful part is I would be going to buy aftermarket $500 copy.
Yeah, you'd be out some money.
But that's worth 16 hours of your life.
It's definitely, hourly pay maybe so.
Could be.
Either
way.
Well, hey, these are 10 games that we really want to get to the table.
By the way, if you're watching at this point, hit that subscribe button. Just do it. There's hamsters involved. I appreciate you guys. These are 10 games we really want to play. You might see me do a 16-hour live stream in a week because I buy Perseverance for $5, but no, I'm not going to. I'm going to hold strong. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what games you have in your collection or games that maybe you don't have in your collection that you want, but games that you are eager to table as soon as possible. I want to hear what you guys got in mind. Cool.
Until next time,
we'll see you later.
Bye.